Okay. Epic pen. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're going to be taking a look at the tropics as we got quite a bit of activity to talk about. Huh. I don't know why. Let's go. Let's move that. I don't know why it's taking... One moment. Epic pen. One moment. What up? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. One moment. Thank you, Simpson. I appreciate it, everybody. Please like and subscribe as we are trying to get up to 700 subscribers. Also, we are now almost only less than 2,000 watch time hours away from being monetized. Let's do it, you guys. We are so close. We're one away from 630 subscribers. Let's go, Weather Kingdom. I know we got this. Add as many people as you guys want. Let's get a big fam here. And let's go live. We're going to be live for probably almost an hour. As we got some interesting data to talk about. I mean, we got most likely another hurricane on our way in the Atlantic. Not surprising as we are entering... As we are going to be taking a look at everything. Alright, one moment. I'm getting everything set up, you guys. We're going to be taking a look at mainly Invest 99L. That has now really caught my attention a few days out. And it's still producing its stuff here. I don't have any pen right now. I don't know why my, this part's not... I need to see what's going on there. Okay. Oh, right here. Yeah, I don't know why it's taking a little bit. Huh. Alright. One moment. We're going to be getting everything set up here. We're going to be taking a look at Invest 99L, 9DL. We're going to be taking a look at all these hatch areas. As I would say, this is probably a tropical storm by now here on the latest satellite imagery. Let me just quickly get into this point of the live stream. We have already 10 people watching. Hello to all. What go, Weather Kino? I'm pretty good. How about you? Let's get up to 3,000 watch time hours. Also, let's get up to 1,000 subscribers. It will mean a lot. Share this with... Yeah. Okay. We already got 5 likes. Okay. Pin message. Hey, Simpson, for all your hard work and being on all the streams, you are now going to be a moderator in the chat. Hope you guys really like that, Simpson. I think you would be a great moderator. Just do not abuse the power. What's good, Weather Kingdom? Yeah, what's good? Good evening, all. We already got 12 watching. We're only 5 minutes in. We're already having 6 likes. Let's get up more. Let's keep it going, you guys. This means a lot. This is 99L. Okay, I'll make sure subscribe and share. All right, thank you. I really appreciate that already. Hey, Weather Kingdom. Hey, Rainbow. Hey, you're welcome, Simpson. You deserve it. Just do not abuse it, please. Thank you. I know you've been on every live stream, and I know you've been... just do not abuse it, and, you know... We're going to get some more moderators on here in the chat. I think that's a big thing as we're going to be doing. I have a schedule that I'm going to be doing with you guys. And I want you guys to hear this out. Do you guys think we should go live? We're already at 9 likes. Let's get up to 10 likes. Also, let's get up to 1,000 subscribers. We're doing it. If we can get up to 700 by 12 o'clock, I'll stay on into 1 in the morning. Alright, you guys, we'll stay up to 1 in the morning watching the tropics and just chatting and talking. Howdy, Mercury. Hey. This is 99L. Alright, this is very interesting. I don't know why my Epic Pen's not working. It's annoying. My Epic Pen has decided to not work today. I'm already subscribed to Epic Pen. Oh, it should be right here. Hey, we already got 16 watching. Yeah, 99L has really took the big view here. We already got 18 watching. You know what? We're not going to worry about Epic Pen for now. We're just going to get started with the stream as everybody is probably here for the stream. So let's just get started. All right. This is 99L. We have a pretty compact storm. We do have pretty good conditions here. I am noticing a low-level center spin. Also, we do have we've been having that blow up of convection and thunderstorms. That is looking pretty big here. Has died off a little bit. We'll have to continue to see if that does get a little bit better. All right, we already got 10 likes. Let's go up to 20 likes. Also, let's get up to 630 subscribers. We actually are only 70 away from 700. So I think we could do it. Add your friends, add your family. This is 99L. Looking like it's continuing to try and produce. The models really do not support it. And, you know, we'll have to continue to wait and see. Also, we got 99L most likely going to form in the next couple days. As we got brand new convection already blowing up. This is not bad conditions here as we got for the Leeward Islands. When we take a look at weather-wise, we want to take a look at the radar. We're going to take a look at the radar in those regions. Also, please share, you guys. We're at 15 watching. Let's get this going. I'm going to post this on Twitter and everywhere we can possible. We're going to be live for a little bit. Alright? Let's go. Let's look at the radar. I could agree. Okay, let's go into self-promo. Thank you, Simpson. I appreciate it. Add it on all the Discords if you want. We do have some very interesting information here. We already got 15 watching. One moment. Hey, Simpson, if you want to give some information on these invested, that would be very greatly appreciated in the chat as we are also going to be doing that. So we got a bit of areas. We got 99L down here, and we got 90L here. This is the radar and imagery. Nothing too much going on. We do have some showers and thunderstorms in the Dominican. Here's some showers and thunderstorms. This is probably a little bit of radar fetch here. Let's see if we can get into a better radar. This is kind of the radar. Yeah, this is the radar here. Some showers and thunderstorms generally over some of these islands, bringing about maybe a few inches of rain. There was a big 8 mag earthquake. Oh, wow. Where at? Where at, Marvel? Where was the big earthquake? I'm very interested now. Thank you, Simpson. I really appreciate it. This is the radar view here. This is our hatch area. We are... I don't... Oh, I need to charge my computer also. Speaking on the computer. I don't want to ruin it, but... we do want to keep it charging because that is very important. Because how are we going to stay alive, you guys? Alright. I don't know why that's not loading. That's getting me really mad. I'm not going to restart the stream. 49 minutes ago, 7.92 in Deep South Southland. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. We'll have to keep an eye on that. If you have any more information on that earthquake, please let the comments know right away. That's a pretty big topic also. It's not weather really related, but it's part of the climate. It's part of the Earth, so why not? Just keep you guys updated, everybody in the chat. That'd be greatly appreciated. Alright. 99L. So, I have a question for you guys in the chat. Who thinks we should go live at night and then me post a video before work in the mornings? Who thinks that would be a great idea if we go live at nights and I make a video nearly every morning on the tropics? I think that should be a very good thing. This is 90L, not too organized. We do see some convection up there. We'll have to wait and see on what happens here, or what blows up and what doesn't. Antarctica, Iceland, it does affect things for sure. A bad earthquake. Yeah, it does. Probably, that's pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting that of an earthquake. I didn't even hear about it, so that's very interesting. Also, let's take a look at some of these hurricane models on 90L. We're going to have to see. So 90L here on the HERF doesn't really get strong in the next 24 to about 36 hours. Once we hit in the 36-hour mark, we do start to see tropical genesis. That's likely for that, and then we generally see this strengthen into a tropical storm. It will batter maybe some dry air. But on the HERF, it's a small, compact hurricane here by August 24th, in the next few days. And this does become a pretty strong hurricane, as we are talking about a Category 2. And even on the HERF, does show it actually impacting Bermuda. This is very interesting. All the models are showing impacts to Bermuda. So we could be talking about a major live stream. This will be about 8 at night. If we need to go live on Bermuda, you guys, we will be going live. This does show a major hurricane potentially. A 959 Category 3 hurricane impacting Bermuda. So if you guys know anyone in Bermuda, we should really watch around the August 25th, August 26th, and August 24th. As this will be a small, compact system that could quickly strengthen with the warm waters. We'll be taking a look at the conditions on this, as this is really starting to alarm me just a bit for Bermuda, as we have continued to see this progression with the GFS and all the hurricane models. One moment. Alright. Hey, Michael. Hey, Jeff. Thank you. What's up? Let's go up to 20 likes. Let's go up to 700 subscribers. But according to this model, I mean, this is small as Bermuda. This is a very compact storm. It could quickly strengthen and quickly weaken. That's something we're really Look at that. Major impacts, and this stays a major hurricane on the HRF. That is interesting. I'm not going to say Bermuda is going to be impacted, but the models do show it. And look how small this storm is. It's a very small storm. It's almost probably the size of Massachusetts. It's a very small, and look at that. The eye wall actually hits Bermuda. Look at that. Direct on a direct landfall. Last time Bermuda saw a direct landfall was very long ago. I mean, this is a very small storm, and with the right conditions, this could quickly become a major hurricane. I wouldn't be surprised. This will be towards August 25th. We already got 25 watching. Let's get up more. Thank you guys for everything. Let's keep it going, Weather Kingdom. Let's go. We are currently taking a look at a system out in the Atlantic, 90L, that could actually not go out to sea, but actually bring major impacts for Bermuda. So if you guys know anyone from Bermuda, tell them to get on the stream, and we'll be taking a look at the area. Look how small this storm is. It's a very small but compact storm, something to really watch for, and we'll have to keep an eye on that. As also the wind, this is going to be wind gust, but generally, in this case scenario, we do get strengthening. How quick does it strengthen will be a massive question. But look at that. We are already talking about wind gusts up to major hurricane force. And as we get closer to Bermuda, we're talking about major force winds. This is about wind gusts up to 125 to 130 miles an hour. That's category strong 3 to a low end 4. Yes, it can. What is up, Weather Kingdom? Yeah, very interesting. Look at that. Bermuda's right there on the line. I'm sorry I don't have my Epic Pen. My Epic Pen's not working. But I wasn't going to restart the stream to, throw it all away. We already got a good audience. We already got a good chat. Size can, deceiving for sure. Yeah, size could mean this storm could strengthen very rapidly, or any dry air could really keep it hinder of development. We take a look at the dry air actually on the HRF, and it is suffering from dry air right now a little bit. Something to keep an eye on. But we do see generally the dry air get mixing out, and then this actually becomes a pretty big deal for Bermuda as it makes a direct landfall, probably at a category 3 hurricane. Alright. Let's go into another hurricane model. Very interesting. I guess we're going to be live on this major hurricane potentially too, as Bermuda could be impacted. I tell you, the hurricane season, even when it's supposed to be quiet, we are still dealing with impacts. Something to really keep an eye on. But latest happening in the next 36 hours, we do get into a tropical storm, and a little bit faster actually than the HRF. But it does stay small, does suffer from some dry air, and once again, look at that. On the Hemin, we get a very close impact as potentially a strong category 2 hurricane on the Hemin, where the eye wall goes directly over. Look at that. That's Bermuda. Another small storm here. Does suffer from a little bit of dry air. Last year's peak earlier this year could also. Let's get up to 15 likes, you guys. Let's do it. I think we can. Let's go to 15 likes. Let's go to 30 watching here. We're already doing great. But look at that. Bermuda. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the hurricane models are pretty alarming you, Bermuda, and GFS. The Hemin model does show it to quickly strengthen into definitely a hurricane with hurricane force wind gusts. And this does generally bring Bermuda in the impacts of anywhere from 60 to about 100 miles an hour, with potentially gusts up to 115 to 130. This is the model. This 102 hours out. We're going to have to wait and see. We'll have to keep watching it. We'll keep you guys updated in tomorrow's video, as I will be having a new thumbnail and everything. 99 is catching attention on X. Yeah, it is definitely catching on attention on X. I think that's very big. This is half set. This is Erin, my bad. This is Erin, you guys. I clicked on the wrong storm. Alright. I was about to say there was going to be a glitch if that was right now with Invest 99L. Alright, who else wants to become a moderator? Let's keep looking. We already got 13 watching. We're 2 away from 15. Also, let's get up to 700 subscribers. As I said, if we can do that by 12 o'clock, we'll stay on an extra hour watching the tropics. Alright. Also, it'll help the channel and the capacity. But look here. We see on the... oh, that's Hemin. We're looking here at halves. Does show a tropical storm to develop in the next 24 to 36 hours. And we do see this actually stay a pretty weak tropical storm. And does bring close impacts to Bermuda. This is only the first run, and then it does gradually strengthen. But this one... even on a weak case scenario of a tropical storm, you're still going to get wind gusts near Bermuda up to about 60 to 70 miles an hour wind gust. So, something to keep an eye on. That's if, we get a little bit more weaker. We have now made it to 15 likes. Let's go up to 20 likes. Also, let's get more people in the chats and stuff. Yeah, we're also going to have to watch the golf. Here, I'm going to add you as a moderator. Alright. We got 20 people watching. Let's get up more. We got another moderator. Let's do it. We got good chats. Don't abuse it or I will take away your guys' moderators, by the way. We do have rules to it. Look at that. Half B on 90L does show a bit of a stronger system here. Look at that, Bermuda. Looks like some dry air, but you still do get 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. It's crazy that all the models are pretty in close capacity with you guys at that. Something to keep an eye on. Let's look at the GFS here. GFS does show it eventually developing here, and then we generally see some pretty quick strengthening. We'll definitely be live these nights. And then GFS gets very close as a Category 2 hurricane. It potentially brings some impacts, as the last one had an almost major hurricane. And then that goes out to sea. And then that's it with the GFS. With rainfall totals, we do generally get out to 6 to 8 inches across Bermuda. That'll bring major flooding, okay? That's something to keep a watch out. This is in the next only 4 to 5 days. Something to keep a real eye on here. Look at the cyclonic flow. I wish we had my epic pen. I just don't know what happened. Look at this cyclonic flow. We got very good conditions here for the wind shear and stuff. Not really bad conditions for this storm. Pretty good once we get in the next 2 to 3 days. Conditions become very favorable according to the GFS and the hurricane models. At least the Hemet and Herf. And this does have some very good breathing cyclonic flow. And then we do see that hit Bermuda. And then we'll have to wait and see on what happens. After that, as you know, we got some interesting data to take a look at. Also, this is the hurricane model, a little bit more out to sea. This is the Euro model here. It does show development into a tropical storm. And it actually goes away from Bermuda. But it still brings some impacts. And that will go generally out to sea also. As a weaker end tropical storm. So nothing's confirmed. But you guys, if this trend continues, we are going to have to actually start worrying about Bermuda. And I'll also have to start putting impacts for Bermuda. And if that is the case, I'll actually make my own map on what we could expect if you guys are in Bermuda. What do you guys think about that? Alright, what's your thoughts? Alright. Another model is the Icon. Ooh, Icon is showing a tropical storm also. Someone to keep an eye on. 12Z had a pretty strong storm here. Any questions in the comments? Does anyone have any questions or concerns? As we are going to be taking a look at the tropics. Do you see wave number 3 making it into the Caribbean? We're talking about 99L. Okay, 99L. I don't think so, according to the models. But we'll have to wait and see if we continue to see, waters off entering much warmer than average. What's your thoughts on 99L? 99L, I think, will start to die out, honestly. There is, like, no support on it. And if it does do something where we could actually see it strengthen a little bit, we'll have to keep an eye on that. If it does become a tropical storm, then we'll have to watch out for that. But the conditions do become a little bit unfavorable, and I'll be showing you guys that in just a moment. Something to watch out for totally. I'm more concerned actually about 90L currently. And this one, it's fun to get creative. Weather Kingdom for Sir can learn from doing this. You just asked about the map. Yeah, I agree with Swimson. That's very true. The wave out 99L. Oh, we're talking about another wave. I don't know. I haven't even looked at that, to be honest with you. I'll be concerning if the Gulf and West Caribbean most sides develop something in Florida in between both. That's probably not gonna happen. That is probably realistically not gonna happen. It's a very sneaky. That could be a very sneaky. The map you just asked about. Do if you like. Sorry, no, you good. Let's take a look at some of the modeling here. Weather.nerds. We got about 30 people watching. Let's keep it going, you guys. We're already doing great. Let's get up to about 20 likes. That's the next goal for you guys. Let's go up to 20 likes. Let's get up to 700 subscribers. As if we can make it up to near 7. All right, let's make a deal. Set of 700. If we can get up to 650 subscribers by 12 o'clock, I'll stay on for how long you guys want. All right. Also, we'll be doing a video tomorrow morning. I'll be waking up early in the morning and I'll be getting a video popped out for you guys with the latest 6Z runs. So please stay tuned to that. That's very important also. Always worth keeping an eye on storms till no threat or chance of anything more. Please, thank you. Rainbow, I agree. Yep, that's very important. We take a look at the forecast models in the next 240 hours out. We do see general development. It's very interesting. We do actually see a little bit out of 99L. According to European ensembles, yeah, it's just a brewing hot tub right now. Definitely keeping eyes on that areas for pop-ups. Yeah, I remember when every model severely understood in barrel, and that continued to strengthen against the odds. That's actually very true. You can actually see in some of the ensembles it does eventually die out, but they do say some could actually become a tropical storm. So I'm going to keep an eye out on, in my opinion. We take a look at the 18Z. Let's look at 18Z. 18Z I want to look at. Once again, not too much support, but it's there. Something to watch. Also, our potential next hurricane. And something maybe in the ensembles that the cold front could do off the Carolinas coast. That's something to watch out for a homegrown system. The GEFS ensembles really don't show much going on. More with 90L, also something off the East Coast maybe, but nothing really. Nothing actually in the next 144 hours out there. But in the next 300 hours out, we do see some ensemble support in the Bay of Campeche, the Caribbean, and also some main development region support to start showing back up. This will be about September 4th. So I'm going to keep a watch. Yeah, Otis was big one. Barrel. So I'm going to keep an eye on, definitely. That's very important. We are 2 likes away from 20. Alright, you guys, let's get 1 subscriber at least. Alright, let's get to 630 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed. Probably, I'm wondering, have they done anything National Hurricane Center? I don't think. No. They did up this to 50. I think this should be more. 80 and 60 here is 8. Nothing really updated. Only Hurricane Erin. Oh, yeah. They don't do nighttime updates on these. Very active, like always. Said these storms love Labor Day weekend. Yep, that's very big. We got some other ensembles. Why not? They really don't support 99. They support 90L. They don't support 99L. But we do see some data in the main development region besides that in the future. Something to keep an eye on. Yeah, this model shows nothing also. Very interesting. I'm interested, honestly, on 99L. Could it, it's been holding its convection. It looks like in the latest few frames. It continues to blow up a little bit in convection. That's something to keep an eye on. In my opinion, 99L looks pretty good in my opinion. But National Hurricane Center don't listen to me. But yeah, you know how it is, everybody. You know how it is. Let's take a look at shortwave in the Atlantic. Let's look at these waves. This is Erin going out to sea. We actually have some cyclonic flow actually breathing into the New England area. This is that next wave here. Looks like a little face, not gonna lie. Look at that. You guys see that little face right here? Boom. The 2 eyes, a nose, and then a mouth right here. You see that in the end of the frame? Huh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. Something that I just spot out. Look at 99L here. That's interesting. 99L, in my opinion, looks better. It looks like it should be higher development than this, in my opinion. It looks a lot better. We'll have to take a look at some of the conditions now. I want to see if conditions do support more development. We can actually take a look at that now. The Mike's weather page. We can look at the Saharan dust layer. We can look at shear. Why not? Hey, I've seen storms that underestimate and then they blow up and then boom. So this is 99L here in the convection. There is some wind shear actually against it coming from the south. There is some shear. But the environment's not too bad. It's doing pretty good for its environment we're currently in. The shear out ahead of it. There is some shear, you guys. I will admit, there's some shear out ahead of this. We'll have to continue to watch that. Upper level steering flow. There's the storm. We'll have to continue watching that. Erin's going out to sea. We got our wave right here. Yeah, this one's going to go out to sea too. As we got a high pressure building just like that. That's easy blocking high. The vorticity, we do see the wave near here. The Leeward Islands. We'll have to watch. And then you can tell the vorticity over here with this storm. There's quite a bit of vorticity. We'll have to continue to see these two areas. I think it's very interesting that tonight we are... Let's take a look at the dry air and Saharan dust. We'll have to watch for that. Very important. Look at Hurricane Erin there. That's very important. Look at that satellite. Look at that satellite a long time ago. Look at that. When Erin was a 5. Honestly, 99L, in my opinion, is in pretty favorable conditions. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see 99L? I'm very interested on that. I mean, conditions-wise, shear is a little bit there. But the dry air right now in the main development region is nearly nothing. And then the wave up here will get into better favorable environment. Erin left a lot of waters untouched. I'm interested with 99L. There's not that much Saharan dust that I thought. I thought it would be plumes. This storm's actually doing pretty good for Saharan dust. It's really doing actually extremely well in my opinion. Who else agrees? I do. Watch. We have 32 watching. Let's go up to 40 watching. Also, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 700 subscribers. Also, let's hit 20 likes by the end of the stream. If we hit 650 subscribers by 12 o'clock, I'll stay on live for another hour, you guys. Share this with your friends and family. 99L actually has my eye now. I was not expecting the dry air. It's interesting that the models don't even have more support on it. That's something we have to keep an eye on. I don't want to overhype it, but 99L doesn't have too bad of an atmosphere. But it does say dry air does eventually kill it and compress it. I don't know. 200 millibar winds. There's hardly any shear in water, so something to keep an eye on. There's a bit of shear in the 200 millibar winds. That actually keeps it from development. There is definitely a little bit of shear. But if it can survive, if this storm can become a tropical storm and define all odds and get all the way into the Leeward Islands, this does get in better environment. And the shear does go down significantly as we get into September. So I'm going to also watch. Yeah, it's very worth watching. We have made it to 630 subscribers, you guys. We are now 20 away. If we can get 20 subscribers, if you guys can get an audience, and we can hit 20 subscribers in the next 30 minutes, I will be on live for another hour with you guys, alright? Who agrees with me on that? Let's go for it. We're at 21 likes. Let's keep it going. We're doing great on this live stream here. 99L. Interesting. It does show in the more convection blowing up in the last few frames. Water vapor is not bad on this, honestly, in my opinion. To me, it looks like it's developing pretty rapidly. Huh. I don't know. The atmosphere looks... For it's being sheared, it's not doing a bad job, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't know, but something to keep an eye on. Very interesting. I wasn't expecting to see that favorable conditions. I don't know why National Hurricane Center doesn't have it. I honestly think that's a tropical storm, in my opinion. We can wake up in the morning, this is at 90-90. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys. We wake up in the morning and this goes from a 50-50 to a 90-90 or even a tropical depression. The next, let's look at the next few names, is 2025 Atlantic. Erin is next. Fernand will be the 6 names from Gabrielle. So we are probably going to get Fernand and Gabrielle. Alright, so that'll be our set. We could get, alright, if these 2 areas can develop, we'll get Fernand and Gabrielle. One of these will become a hurricane, and then we'll have Cumuldo and then Mandela. We'll have to also watch. Thank you. I already got it. I appreciate it, though. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know. I'm interested on that now. I don't know why the... Interesting. I wish we could get someone on here, because I would love to get someone on here to talk about that with me. Let's actually go to Discord. We're going to get Delta on. Let's see if we can get Delta on. Oh. We're going to try and get... Hey, Delta. Delta? Yeah, Delta's busy. We're not gonna bother him, you guys. Delta's doing his own thing. I'm sorry if you guys are watching this. I don't know. To me, it looks pretty impressive, this storm. Pat's busy. I tried getting Pat. He's been busy, you guys. Hey, we'll do this. If this storm goes big, alright, I'm going to ask Pat to come on a live stream here, okay? And we'll get Pat's path predictor onto the stream. It looks decent. To me, this looks pretty decent. If we wake up tomorrow and this looks even better, we're gonna... yeah, really? Didn't Pat at a job interviews? I think so, something like that. Hey, look, I don't mind helping him out, you guys. Look, we're going live here. I'll get Pat on with one of the streams. Also, even David potentially. Even a little bit. We're gonna stay here for the GFS here. Why not? Yes, David. Pat has. We're at 630 subscribers. Let's get up. Alright, we could do in 20 minutes. Let's get up to 640 subscribers in the next 40 minutes. Let's do it, you guys. And I'll stay on for another hour. I'm interested on 99L. It must be that shear. The models are... I mean, it does get pretty strong in the next 36 hours. A little bit stronger. And the shear will probably... Yeah, it looks like the shear will actually start tearing that in. That's probably why it doesn't show any big development. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like the shear will catch up to it. That's why they don't show development. I don't know. It shows shear. I mean, there's really no shear on it right now, in my opinion. At least a short-lived tropical storm should be there. At least that's a possibility. We can take a look at the water temperatures, you guys. Let's take a look here at Western Atlantic. This is the Western Atlantic. It actually did a little bit, Erin. North of Puerto Rico, where the storm started turning. We definitely, when this became a bigger eye and stuff, we actually dropped the water temperatures down to 27 to 26 degrees Celsius. But then, Erin still, but this storm that 90L, that's going to be going north of the Leeward Islands. This does actually get into 30 degrees Celsius as we get close to Bermuda, so I do expect strengthening. Also, the Gulf continues to warm. The Gulf and the Caribbean looks worrying to me. That is worrying, especially the Gulf. You guys see this in the Gulf? Who else sees this in the Gulf? Very big, very important. Not good. Also, the Atlantic's pretty warm. Where 99L is, it's pretty warm conditions. It's actually warming dramatically lately. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm interested. I don't know why. Yeah, we don't have a ghost meter satellite on it. Oh, we can take a look at the Gulf. Who wants us to take a look at the we'll stay here for the latest GFS, alright? And we'll go through the run here. We'll stay on. Why not? We can actually go to the 18Z. I was talking about this yesterday in my last video, that there is a potential in the Gulf, and that's why on the thumbnail we still have a area. I do think there is something to watch towards the end of August into September, potentially in the beginning of September, as we do see some more moisture and some spin to happen. And generally this goes into the Gulf that the GFS shows, and this has changed every model run, and I don't know how true this will be, but we do generally see this go into Texas as a major hurricane. Also, we see another storm develop here, and then even another one off the Carolinas around September 6th. So, could the tropics stay pretty much active all the way into the peak of the hurricane season? That is very possible. We could just be in an active period and just keep on getting names. But look, last run, this didn't even show it. So, and the European model doesn't support anything in the next September 5th. Some more moisture in the main development region, definitely, but not really in the Gulf. I mean, we do see a low in the Gulf and then goes up the East Coast, but we'll have to get some more model support on that, in my opinion. You know, it's a GFS. It's not confirmed or anything. Let's take it system by system. Let's see what 99L does, and let's see what 90L does, as we got very interesting stuff we have to take a look at. New GFS is already coming out. We're going to take a big loop at this. What do you guys think GFS is going to show this run? It does show it surviving a little bit longer. Also has 90L a little bit weaker. Interesting. The icon. Huh. That wave does make it into... That's interesting. 90L forms. But look at 99L. It does suffer, but we do... It tries. It tries to make it to the Caribbean on the icon. There's a wave. What about the steering currents? Look, it's too far out to look at that. The steering will continue to change, so I'm not going to actually answer that. The steering flow will completely change in the next couple of days. Something to take a look at. Interesting. What's your guys thinking on this? It is very possible with the factors. Let's go to 25 likes, you guys. Let's do it. Huh. GFS, very interesting. Shows 99L staying a little stronger. Look at that. It has it surviving a little bit longer according to the latest GFS. Something that we'll have to keep an eye on. Very interesting. What's your guys' thoughts and opinions on 99L? Showed a wave. Huh. What do you mean? Showed a wave between it. I don't see anything between it. Huh. There's 90, There's definitely sun unfavorable conditions right now. We'll have to get more convection to blow up. Oh, I agree with you, Simpson, on that. Still blowing up convection. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that. In my opinion, 99L looks better than everything else besides Hurricane Erin. We'll have to keep an eye on it. That's how I see it. Yeah, and then the GFS shows it dying out. Canadian has it surviving. I don't know, the Canadian's been showing 99. I think the Canadian model's been showing the best here, in my opinion. 12Z had it strengthening and staying all the way into the Caribbean, then dying out. I don't know, it's something to keep an eye on. In my opinion, I don't know. I think so. I wouldn't be surprised, David. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if the models are... You know what storm did that? It starts with a G. What storm was that? It was in 2020, I think. 2020 Atlantic. We have to take a look at that. It was supposed to be a big hurricane. It was a G-name storm. Gonzales. Tropical Storm Gonzales. Tropical Storm Gonzales. There it is, Gonzalo. 2020. Look at that. Who remembers Gonzales? Remember this? Gonzales. It was a low impactful storm. Actually, all the models had a major hurricane on this. And it actually kept battling drier and sheer. But it did survive. And then died in the Atlantic. Tropical Storm Barrel. Omar. Oh, I was going out to sea. Interesting. Huh. Thank you, Rainbow. I really appreciate that. Hey, Rainbow. If you have any channels or anything, please refer people to me. That would be lovely. We could continue to create a bigger chat and everything. You guys, let's do it. Let's add more people to the streams. That'll be very lovely. It is already 12. I probably won't stay on for too much longer as we're pretty much getting tired here. We've kind of looked at everything. Wait. Oh. GFS shows a little bit more vorticity, though, I'll admit, in the main development region on the storm. I don't know. It's something to me. A little bit. Probably the favorability was a little bit better. Let's look. 200 millibar winds, actually. Or even more. Somehow it shows more wind shear. But it does have a relaxing by August 24th. That could be a storm that gets underneath the hood. Look at that. Look at that vorticity. We actually start gaining vorticity, you guys. In the main development region. Let's look at 18Z. It had it dying off. Yeah. Thank you. Also, if you guys want some data, please check out my earlier video. We had a video that got to 122 views. Our goal is to hit 100 plus views every video. Also, our goal is to hit 3,000 watch time hours, even 4,000 to be completely monetized on YouTube, and that'll be very greatly appreciated. We're actually blowing up on that streamed. Huh. A little tiring. Thank you. We have hit 631 subscribers. Once again, our goal is to 640. I'm just taking a look at some Discords and some chats on what other people are thinking. Here it is. Yeah, it kind of stays weak. Huh. Just hit 12. Interesting. Pat might join. Chat 10:55. We're already at 11. We're just waiting on the GFS, you guys, and just watching the GFS. GFS definitely has more of a vorticity on 90L. That picks up more. And look at this. It does try and pick it up a bit as we get into the islands here. Also, this looks more like a tropical storm on the GFS here instead of a Category 2 hurricane. Crazy how that switches up. I mean, Canadian also shows this wave even more well-defined. Hey, NATO dude. Hey, thank you, Rainbow. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm pretty good. We're just watching 90L and 99L. Also, we're just taking a look at the general tropics as. I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts? Hey, NATO. Thank you. Very appreciated. I didn't even realize. I'm not even We're still live, everybody. Interesting. Gradual growth here. Yeah, 90L is weaker. Also on the Canadian, but 99L is very interesting to watch. Also, something to watch off the Carolinas coast here. On the Canadian, the GFS also. So, it never really gets anything, but then it becomes a hurricane. Also, 99L never becomes anything bigger. To be honest, I do not know when a 1983 and 1997 year will happen again. I will need to take a look at those analogs. Let's take a look at 99L here. We have 26 lights. Thank you, guys. Also, we have now made it to 632 subscribers. I very greatly, highly appreciate it. Very thankful. If we can, alright, I'm going to make one last deal here. We're only 8 subs away from 640. If we can get 8 more subs by 12:20, I'll stay on to 1 in the morning. Okay? Who's down for that? Let's go, Weather Kingdom. Let's go. And we'll keep looking at the satellite and stuff and just talk. You guys can ask me questions and I can answer them. Why not? We'll have to wait and see. We're taking a look currently on the GFS run here. Hey, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Look at that. GFS, I will admit, is much stronger of a wave. Who else would agree on that? Hey, NATO. Oh, what happened here? I don't even know. My bad, you guys. Sorry about that. We are currently live, everybody. Hey NATO, do you want to become a moderator on the channel? Please comment down below. Would you like to become a moderator? This specifically for NATO, do Adam. I could make you into a moderator if you like. If not, I'll catch you next stream. Would you like to be moderator, man? I could definitely put you as a moderator on the channel. That whenever you do join, you can kind of help out and stuff. You've been a very good person here also. We're only having like 5 moderators on this channel for now, until the channel goes bigger. We will be ending the stream soon as I am very tired, and tomorrow I do have a very busy work day. Also, I have to wake up very early to make a stream in the morning. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Pretty tired right now, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I agree. We're only 2 likes away from 30. I think we can also do that. I'm interested on the latest GFS as we have a much stronger wave in the Caribbean. At least that hits the there. Yeah, it was a long haul with Erin. Erin still has me. Erin still has me tired, and if we're going to be having another storm to hit Bermuda, I'm going to need to make sure I am mentally ready. Yeah, it looks like the marathon's trying to begin. Very important stuff. We do have the National Recon Center. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow morning. This wave out here is going to do nothing. I think no one expected. Yeah, the recouping is crazy. That was very impressive. Also, everybody, if you guys are here, we are going to have a video posted tomorrow before 11 a.m., okay? We're going to have a brand new tropical outlook and discussion tomorrow morning on the areas in the Atlantic. Also, if there is anything else that pops up tonight that looks very concerning, we will be having a video around 11 in the morning before work. It should be out, and that's the goal, and I'll try and wake up pretty early that we can get that going, and we'll have a video out. So, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe and share as you guys want the latest there. It never really develops. It kind of hits the Caribbean there. Huh. Interesting. Oh, yeah, that was... Milton was crazy. Milton was for sure another killer. This is the leftover of Erin. Pretty much the skull of Erin's right there. What do you mean by that, Rainbow? Do you mean a few moments from the stream? We should... That's not a bad idea. Take clips from the streaming or take clips of the video. Hey, yeah, Erin was a beast. We should do that. Take clips. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll have to think into that. Oh. The only thing is people from shorts don't really watch videos and the attention span is a little shorter. That's why I don't like doing, Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what you mean, like brief. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Tropical updates don't do click. Thank you. I really appreciate that, moderators. I'll take that into account. Short little updates. Yeah, I could do that, especially as we get 90L to form and stuff. I'll definitely do little updates with my voice and stuff we'll record. Thank you. I don't know what smoke alarm you guys are talking about. There is no smoke alarm. That's beeping. I don't hear the... I don't have any of that. You guys must be hearing things. Also, we're 1 like away from 30 likes. Thank you. Very appreciate it. Recon's done. Recon is done. Recon is done with this system. It's definitely beginning the weekend now. Number 24 was the last recon with Erin. Officially. I don't know how. And that's crazy. I am sorry about that, you guys. If that really does bother you. Or you guys just love making jokes about it because it's in the background. I wonder. That's interesting. I won't be here to actually live it. We'll probably do a stream at night, another live stream at night. Also, we'll be doing a video in the morning. So if you guys are new, please like and subscribe. We are going to be recording a video before 11 a.m. tomorrow. Alright? Crazy. Yeah, it's sad. Okay. Swipson, that's funny. Actually, no, 3,000. The 4,000 watch time hours is actually for ads and for me to start getting paid off YouTube. But I only get like maybe a few dollars. Thanks, you guys. Please share and like the weather channel. Also, let's spread the weather channel to other weather people that's very interested in young enthusiast weather kids. That will help the channel also. Also, we can teach them a little bit about some things about it. You know what I mean? Oh my, we are kind of just chatting here. We want to see you rise to 4,000 and beyond. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate that, you guys. Hey, you guys are awesome. I appreciate that. That means a lot. There's 90L. Speaking of 90L, pretty broad, nothing too much, no really circulation. Any update on the models or National Hurricane Center? Whether do you see that? And what? I don't know where to look for recon besides tropical depicts. National Hurricane Center, there is 1032, but they don't do any update on this. We're still at an 80 and 60 here with 90L, also 50 and 50 as an 8 p.m. Interesting. It is the same. Very greatly appreciated. Very tired. Alright, you guys. I think I'm going to end the stream here, you guys. We're going to take a look at the last look at the GFS. Hopefully we don't see any fantasy MDR hurricanes off the GFS. That'd be pretty crazy. And no, just a lot of moisture, in my opinion. We can actually take a look at one more thing. MJO. Let's take a look at the MJO forecast while we're live here. Why not? I haven't looked at the updated one. There it is by the 29th, September 2nd. We're kind of in that neutral phase. We do eventually go back to phases 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Probably a backloaded season. Also, you guys, we have hit now 30 likes to the stream. Very greatly appreciated. Now our next goal is 700 subscribers. I know that's going to take time, but I know we can do it, Weather Kingdom. Let's do it. Share you guys with the friends. For sure, backloaded season looks likely. Alright, you guys. Thank you guys. Have a great night. See you guys. Thank you all moderators. We'll see you in the next update. Have a good night. Adios.